News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, area parks are closed for upgrades and a grand opening to be held Saturday for a new business. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Shade structures and new lighting are set for several parks and playgrounds. It's Wednesday, November 12th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Matt Lewis, the Director of Buildings and Grounds for the town of Pahrump, spoke to News 25 about the latest upgrades to the parks.
Okay, we're out at Simpkins Park and we have a lighting project going out here. There has not been lighting out here. We've been trying to use it for the daytime practice and stuff, but it's very difficult to use that. Like soccer and youth football will be out here, and they play during the winter months where it's dark at 5 in the evening, so it's really hard to use it. So the lighting project will get triple use out of this facility out here.
Definitely, especially with the population growth that we've had here in Pahrump. This is going to be a really good asset for the area here on the north end of town.
Absolutely, that is correct. And also what we're struggling with now, in the past you had soccer season, baseball season. Well, now we're starting to go into year-round soccer, year-round baseball. It's really up the level of our play out here when we're going out of town in different competitions.
Yeah.
Pahrump is now has a name. We've won championships and in baseball and also in soccer.
Is there any other developments happening with this park? Because I can see that we have Industrial Light and Power out here, and they're the ones that will be putting in this lighting, right?
That is correct. This lighting will all go in. It meets all Nye County's dark sky ordinances. That's
really important to a lot of residents here, that we keep the lighting down so that they can enjoy the nighttime skies.
Absolutely. I think it's real important. I myself like seeing the stars at night as well as anybody else. So any of our projects we do, we really pay a lot of attention to the dark sky ordinance. And all this system is tied into one system where we can control actually from the computers. We can track all the usage that's out here, and also we can do this by an app on our phone, turn the lights on and off. So it really helps us control the lighting out here.
Will you be adding any other like baseball diamonds here on this park, or do you know?
Just the small little baseball field we have here, mainly for practice field. The main use for this will be soccer and the youth football.
All right. And then what about the playground areas that you are putting some covers over?
That is correct. They're just about ready to complete. Hopefully this week we'll have shade cover over the playgrounds at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park and also Petrick Park.
All right. And then what's going to happen here with Simpkins? We have a shade area over a part of it here. Is this the shade that's going to remain here?
Yeah, we lost some of the shade covers here last year when we had a big storm, so these will be repaired and recovered here. And also at this park too, we're changing all our lighting to LED around the security lighting around the park. We're adding lighting to the gazebo over there so we can, again, people can use it for nighttime events and stuff during the summertime when it cools off.
Hemp grower Jim McCoy has opened a store to sell his products. We caught up with McCoy ahead of Saturday's grand opening.
We have a farm in Amargosa where we've grown quite a bit of this. We also have some of the local farmers here in Pahrump, and we have some of their products in the store also.
What types of products do you have in the store?
Well, we have CBD tinctures. We have cooking oils right over here behind us. We have soaps. We also have what we call a home infusion kit so that somebody can make their own medicine at a cost-effective and practical manner. We also sell raw materials. We can sell hemp. I sell hemp in flower form. We sell it in ground form and just the whole plant.
This is something that people have been using to help with their pain, especially like the infused oil that you were talking about.
Yes.
All different types of ailments, right?
That is correct. We've been using it for several 100,000 years, but now in the last couple of years, everybody's starting to become aware of the medical value of the high CBD varietals of cannabis.
The home infusion kit saves you quite a bit of money. You end up a yield of like 6 ounces for a fraction of what you would pay if you just bought it already done, right?
Absolutely. You have the investment of probably take yourself about 4 hours to make it yourself. But it doesn't require a lot of hands-on. Most of the time it's sitting boiling in a pot of water.
You're having a grand opening this weekend?
Grand opening Saturday, 11 o'clock, the 15th of December. We're going to give away 50 grams of smokable hemp flower, and we're going to have a tea tent. So we're going to have fresh tea, hemp tea available, and I think there's some 2-for-1s on quarter-ounce packages of smokable flower also. We are at 1400 South Highway 160 right in Pahrump, right in the same building with Pahrump Pistachios.
You have a storefront right here on the highway, so people can come on by anytime. What's the hours of operation here?
We are open from 11 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 11 to 4. We do have a Facebook page, and the website is not up yet.
It's called All About Hemp?
It is called All About Hemp right here in Pahrump, Nevada.
All right. And what's the phone number for more information?
Phone number is 702-722-0867.
Your Business First Brief and court report on the other side of this break.
KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Tesla's tax credit is being reduced. That and more in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the CEO of Google rejected and deflected GOP lawmakers' attempts to pin political bias on the tech company. During his testimony on the Hill, Sundar Pichai also did not exactly rule out launching a censored search engine in China. The controversial project is codenamed Dragonfly and is drawing criticism from some Google workers, lawmakers, and human rights groups. The government's tax credit for Tesla buyers will go from $7,500 down to $3,750 January 1st. As the year winds down, and so does that deal, Tesla CEO Elon Musk plans to refund customers who do not receive their cars in time to make the deadline. Kohl's is ramping up for 83 hours nonstop into Christmas. Starting at 7 a.m. on December 21st, Kohl's will be open until 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, which is around the time Santa is loading up his sleigh for his overnight run.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, Sheriff Sharon Worley was in court recently regarding a neighbor dispute. Unette Gentry has the latest.
In this week's court report, a more than 40-day feud over access roads and easements involving Parump's most unlikely adverse party, Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley, and a protective order application against her comes to an end for now after that TPO application is dismissed in Justice Court. The applicant of that TPO against Sheriff Worley is Gabriel Miranda, Worley's neighbor. At issue, Miranda filed the non-domestic violence TPO against Worley because he feels she was repeatedly accessing his property through an easement access road to get to her property. To further complicate the issue, authorities say Miranda cut down trees and used them to block and close the road. As part of Miranda's legal complaint, Worley was personally served with an application for order against stalking, aggravated stalking, or harassment on November 8th. Then on November 20th, there was a motion for continuance of hearing regarding order for protection received via mail. On the day the TPO hearing was originally set in court, it was continued. Then on the day of the hearing, which was Monday, the case was called by Judge Kent Jasperson. The court briefed the record regarding the TPO requested by Gabriel Miranda against Sharon Worley. Miranda's attorney, Tom Gibson, stated that his client will dismiss the application with the understanding that there is to be no adverse action by the respondent and motioned for an order or agreement on the record that Worley not use the easement access road on Miranda's real property until ownership of that section of property is decided in court. Then Worley's attorney, Brent Ryman, objected to his client being denied access to the easement road. Both Sharon Worley and Gabriel Miranda were sworn in and testified. Miranda provided a copy of the DA's report and one photograph as his evidence. After hearing testimony from both parties and argument from both attorneys, the court denied the application for order of protection. The court further ordered that the applicant restore the easement road to the original condition it was in before he cut trees and blocked access. That's to be done until a decision is made in a court of proper jurisdiction. So Miranda is to remove any blockage within 5 days from the date of Monday's hearing. That deadline to clear at least a temporary path for Worley is at the end of this week. This has been your court report. I'm Unette Gentry for News 25.
Thanks, Unette. Well, Daniel Shinhuffen has written a collection of books loosely based on video games. The popular series is available now.
I write in the genre of lit RPG or game lit. It features worlds that are based around video games. They're all online. I've published 13 books so far. 12 of them can be found on Audible even. The most popular series I write is called Alpha World. It's about a man who was serving life in prison who was given the chance to have his brain uploaded into a MMO video game to see what the long-term effects of having your brain digitized would be like. Alpha World's my most well-known series. The first series I wrote was Last Horizon. Apocalypse Gates is my most controversial series with the content that's in it, and I just recently started a new one which deals with Celtic mythology and Fae, which is Binding Words. Apocalypse Gates, it deals with a man who was dead, had his brain cryogenically frozen, that company went under. They uploaded his frozen brain into a digital world, which is simulating what happens if God came back and the apocalypse kicked off. Binding Words is based around the Old Fae, the summer and winter courts, and Celtic mythology. The main character in that is killed by Thor in the first chapter, and then given the option of going to Valhalla, following Morgan, making a deal with Archangel Michael or Lucifer, and he eventually sides with Morgan. Every book in the genre is based loosely off of video games. There's health pools maybe, or stat increases, those kinds of things. Anybody who plays video games or MMOs would understand. I don't have a merchandise store. I have made these t-shirts, which I do give out on my Facebook page during live streams. So the Facebook page I made it just for an avenue for fans to get together. There's over 1,000 people on it currently. Once a month now, I go on and I just hold an hour to 2 hour live stream, talk about various books, answer questions for the fans, give away shirts, ebooks, audiobooks, just to give back to them since they're the ones that are keeping me employed to do this. I do have a website, shinhofenbooks.com. It connects to you can find my Facebook there, Twitter, the Patreon. Everything is easily to find.
More news after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by William H. Jackson Injury Attorneys. Injured? Get Bill and Robin, your local injury attorneys.
And the Nevada Department of Transportation says that Highway 160 blasting will resume Friday, December 14th at 12:45 in the afternoon near Mount Potosi Road in Clark County as part of the almost $60 million 6-mile-long highway widening project. Motorists can still expect up to a 2-hour delay. Once again, that is Friday at 12:45. And local band Lazarus has been edging into the metal music scene. The band has been performing around town and competing during the talent competition at the annual Fall Festival. Recently, local metal band Lazarus spoke to Community Viewpoint's Maria Guerra about their band and how they formed.
What really made me want to start a band is I actually started listening to the Beatles when I was kind of young, and that really got me into the music and made me want to start a band. And then I got into another band, Nirvana, and then I actually started to form the band, and then, yeah, eventually. It didn't start off with these two, though. It was a couple other friends, And then when that didn't really work out, I got these guys, and it seems to be working out pretty well now.
The trio consists of RJ Camacho, Luis Gomez, and Glendon Casilla. Camacho talks about his inspiration for writing lyrics.
The emotion that I'm feeling currently is the one that I transfer into words to express out, so that that emotion isn't really stuck inside me. It's like a way of venting in a sense.
Yeah, this is your art. This is your outlet. That's awesome.
And I like to, mostly the way I put my words together in terms of inspiration would be inspired by bands like Gojira or Machine Head, people like them.
To reach us on, we have an Instagram and a Twitter. The Instagram is Last Wrath Official, and then the Twitter is Last Wrath LV, as like Las Vegas.
Nice.
There's only 2 socials we have, but the email is just lastwrathmetal@gmail.com.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And Mike showcases a home that has been on the real estate market for some time.
Home Matters is brought to you by Trish Rippey Realty, 775-727-4343.
Hey folks, this is Home Matters, and I'm Mike Colucci, a realtor with Trish Rippey Realty right here in Pahrump. Today, I'd like to feature a great North Valley listing priced to sell. This 3-bedroom, 2 full bath manufactured home has a den/office that could become a 4th bedroom if necessary. The home sits on just over a half an acre, corner lot, and the yard is fully fenced with an RV gate and complete RV hookups, including a dump and 50-amp power. The home was recently updated and includes fresh paint inside and out. It has a split floor plan with the guest or kids' bedrooms on the opposite side of the home from the master. And the roof is less than 2 years old. The home also includes a stainless steel refrigerator and stove. Also included is the washer, the dryer, and a built-in microwave oven, all included in the price. Some other amenities include granite counters throughout, a covered back deck with sunshades, and great mountain views. Also included is a nearly new shed in the yard to store all your things. At only $155,500, this great property is not going to last long. If you'd like to view this great home, please contact me, Mike Colucci, at 775-764-8211, or contact your favorite real estate professional. This has been Home Matters. Thanks for watching and listening.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, we're going to take a look outside on that Glenn Lerner weather cam to the twinkling lights of our beautiful town. We'll have your weather forecast right after this break.
News 25. Weather is brought to you by Pahrump's best kept secret, Q Barbecue. Try it for yourself. Low and slow. Queued for 16 hours.
All right, today's highs here in Pahrump, 62 degrees, Amargosa 61, Death Valley 76, Beatty 57, Goldfield 45, Tonopah 41, Fallon 45, as well as Fernley. Pahrump overnight lows here, 37 degrees, Amargosa 34, Beatty is 29, Death Valley 43, Goldfield getting cold up there at 18, and Tonopah 17, Fallon meeting Goldfield there at 18, and Fernley 21 degrees. Tonight, clear skies with your low of 37, your average temp 32 degrees, sunset at 4:29 in the afternoon, and winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 12. Humidity 30%. Tomorrow, sunny skies with your high of 57, your low of 36. UV index is low at 2. Sunrise 6:46 in the morning, and winds out of the northwest at 5 with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. Humidity 24%. Your 7-day forecast shows just a few clouds coming in on Friday and Monday, but the rest of the week looks clear. Thursday, your high of 57, your low of 36. Friday, 60-37. Saturday, your high of 63 and your low of 38. And Sunday, 64-41. Looks like it's going to be a good weekend out there. Monday coming down just a bit with your high of 60, your low of 38. Tuesday, 62-40. And Wednesday coming back up to 66 with your low of 43. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. We'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Donald. Good night.